Meow. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Oh man.
How does the intro go again?
Just like this. What's up in the web? It's me, Andy, aka Android, and welcome to episode number 30 of the Spooncast, where 3 or more of your fellow spoons come together to discuss any topic ranging from games, movies, and anything nerd culture. Joining me today, to my left, D. Wayne. The D stands for Dilophosaurus. And to his left,
I don't know what the fuck that was.
and to his left, none other than Luke Kane himself, aka the Puerto Rican Badger,
Luke, also known as the Freezing Rican.
the Frisian Rican,
Rican Freezing? No, Rican.
Rican Freezing.
Rican
the
Freezing.
Rican Frisian. And to his left, last but never least, All Day J, the Party People. Party People.
Last but not least, it just got released.
Welcome back. He's actually the reason why we were on a hiatus for 4 months, because he was locked up.
He was locked up.
Yeah,
They
it's
wouldn't let
been
me
4
out.
months. But you know what's funny? Like everyone's introduction kind of wavered, but his is the only that's been consistent since episode.
The
one.
most consistent since episode 1.
You give him an award for that.
We are actually.
I'll take a participation award.
He's getting us.
Participation award.
You guys are assholes.
We are back for episode 30 episodes. That is a lot of episodes.
Well,
But just in time too, there's a lot of topics because of one New York Comic Con is going on right now as we speak.
Right now.
So
Funkos
a lot of
is the only
things
thing
are
I care
releasing.
about.
Yeah, Funkos, man, Funkos.
Funkos.
Can I say, Dwayne, Funkos have ruined my life.
Fuck no. That's Funko, bro.
I don't have more money.
I'm sorry. I got you. I dragged you into
I
this.
have no monies.
I'm sorry. I dragged you into this. I feel like I dragged everyone around me into the Funko.
Yeah,
Into the Funko collect.
It was literally like a black hole of Funko that you sucked us all into.
Which was unintentional, by the way. I don't even know how it happened. I know I just talked about it, and then you guys, I don't know. I guess you could share your own story with that.
Yeah, I mean,
It just happened.
it's just, bro. Funko knows what they're doing, bro. Like they know the formula for, releasing the monies.
They do. Sometimes I wish sometimes they like it wasn't as popular as it is now, only because I could get all the exclusives and shit like that.
Right? Yeah.
Because like back then, that all the good shit would come up. People didn't even know what a Funko was.
Yeah.
But
I recently waited in line to get a Funko.
I recently went into a line, not for a Funko.
I recently did a line.
He did
on
a line on a Funko. Yeah. Which Funko was it? It was
I'll do you one better. Why a Funko?
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of it all. I actually wanted to start saying like those kind of phrases, but mispronounce them all the time. And I meant to do that now, but I didn't.
What,
do it.
fruity sneedy?
Yeah,
Free. It just has to come naturally, bro.
yeah, it does. So yeah, let's talk about this.
Talk about it.
I know Luke Kane over here has been anxious, as well as D. Wayne, for the Netflix live-action series based on Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my Jesus, I'm very happy. I'm so excited.
He is. I can attest
I
to
don't know
that.
what to do with my hands.
I am.
You just put it down.
I'm a mixed bag of this. Only because, like, one, I love
Nope.
the Avatar series. you
I'm
know?
not mixed baggy. Go ahead.
I love the Avatar series. Of course, the mixed bag has come with, like, you know how they turn like animated into live actions. It doesn't really pan out well. Recently, they've been doing that a lot lately.
Has there been one that worked out or no?
Not to my knowledge. I guess it depends on personal preference.
No.
What's it called? Like, I just found out yesterday about the whole Netflix and Avatar thing. But
Did
then I
you see
looked
the
into it.
bleach they did?
I didn't watch it. I saw it. So that falls under like the anime coming into live action. Like I was at Best Buy earlier today and I saw Tokyo Ghoul live action, which I didn't know they had. I saw it, I'm like, damn. But going back to Avatar, Netflix series and everything, I feel like, well, since the original creators and like all the original people that made Avatar happen are gonna be involved into it. So it has huge potential for it to work out, and it also helps that it's a series, because I feel like if you do it in movies, like they condense all these arcs into one movie into like a specific time, which doesn't really work out. Death Note, you could say Death Note.
No, you can't say Death Note.
I only because the thing with Death Note it's one arc, but the way they spread it out is like very detailed into the series, which they probably didn't capture into the thing.
Right, in the one movie they made, it was
exactly. But if you're talking about Avatar, but since we're going to Avatar, they have several arcs, and what they're doing with the series, which helps series wise, is that they could spread that arc into whatever episodes. I'm assuming it's going to be between 10 and 13 episodes, like a standard Netflix series. So
it was straight because it's only like 16 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, and given the amount of arcs, if I'm not mistaken, there's probably at least
You're talking about the anime.
Yeah, the anime has at least 4 or 5 arcs, if that. So they could easily spread that within 4 or 5 seasons as well.
What's the running time on those animes?
22 minutes.
Yeah.
So would it be fair to if they made? Do you think they'll maybe make the Netflix series longer?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, 30 minutes will be okay, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure if it's a Netflix series, they usually do at least 54 minutes to an hour per episode.
Yeah, the episode's pretty long, actually.
Yeah, so like they could say a lot, and they could do a lot within those episodes, and especially if it's 12, 13 episodes, they could just storyline wise, I'm sure they would have no problem with. It's just the execution of certain things, because Avatar is like a lot of superpower thing, like in Avengers and everything, but the way they use their powers, it's a form of martial arts, and I just hope that they can capture that essence like vividly, and it's cultural wise too. But from what I've seen and heard in the interviews, like it's gonna be obviously gonna be nothing compared to the M. Night Shyamalan one. Yeah, obviously, because the original creators and everything are gonna be involved in it. So
is that why there's a lot of debate about it, because of that movie?
Just that movie has created such a horrible backlash. They murdered the whole genre from
I would say the movie as well, but also just execution of any live action anime.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't really pan out very well. So there's a whole lot of concerns for that, and I understand why. Because even if you watch an anime, because animes are specific, they're, especially if you go to action ones with a whole bunch of superpowers, the way they animate it into that, the shows, anime specifically, is gonna be nothing compared to how to do it live action. Yeah. There's no way you could capture that specific emotion. And if you do, it's gonna have to be at least a blockbuster budget type.
Yeah, right.
So, but nonetheless, I would say I'm excited, but there's part of me that's excited, and I'm being hindered by past disappointments, so to speak, with other.
I mean, we moved on from Daredevil, so.
How long has it taken though?
I mean, the minute the first episode on Netflix dropped, it was everyone was like, "All right, we can get over it."
Yeah, but Daredevil is very grounded, you could say.
True. Yes,
this is true. He's very grounded.
Yeah.
We're talking about Avatar here with fire, air, earth, wind. If they decide to bring in Blood Bunny.
Talking about the Planeteers? You should have selected that, because I'm like, that's not the Planeteers. Trying to get one over on me, man. Nice try, caught it.
Of course. I'm sure Lou is very fond of this series.
Very dear to my heart, this fucking series. I have all the fucking DVDs and everything done.
Yeah, likewise.
I just can't wait I'm just excited for that shit to come out. I want them to post out more. And then that test picture they did with Appa and Aang, and that shit blew my mind. But there's a lot of mixed feelings about that show just because of the movie on the internet.
I'm just curious how they're gonna change it for the Netflix series, CGI wise and stuff like that. I'm curious how it's gonna pan out.
I didn't watch the first one, but I just read about it. So y'all think the first one was whitewashed and people are complaining about it?
I mean, I haven't watched it. So I remember the year it came out. Me and my friend, we went to the movie theaters. While we were waiting for a movie, we decided to sneak into other movies to kill time. One of them happened to be Last Airbender.
Go ahead and confess on camera.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we just happened to go near to kill time until that movie started. And from the little bit I've seen, bro, it's like it's horrible. Like I don't. This is just.
So you went in there to kill time, like, and it was hard. You wound up leaving.
that's how
No, but
bad
we didn't take a seat. We just stood on the sideways. You know, it was maybe at least 15 minutes. We saw like there was an action scene he was doing, and when he was jumping and flipping, like bro, you could tell it was all wires. Like you don't have to see the wires, but you could tell the movement wise, it didn't really execute it very well.
Sounds like Justice League.
And it's not like it's not something impossible because they do it all the time with these Japanese films.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say like Jackie Chan.
Not even Jackie Chan. Like what was the one that became very popular here? Man.
Or like Enter the Dragon. Is it a karate film or
Yeah, it was a kung fu movie.
Enter
Karate
the
Kid?
Dragon?
No.
Kiss of the Dragon?
Bruce
No.
Leroy.
Oh, wait, who's in it though?
Shut up, Lou.
Can you put any name?
Actors.
Any
The one
notable
where
actor?
they. No, I'll think of it later.
It's probably like Shaolin monks or something, or
Ip Man?
9 Deadly Venoms.
Ip Man is one that you can say is kind of like that. Where it's like, it's very grounded, and at the same time, like the action was really.
Oh yeah. But I would say that the action in Ip Man is more so the only thing I could think of from Ip Man was in part 2 when they were fighting on the tables, and he was facing the other masters.
Yeah.
That scene where jumped from table to table
Uh-huh.
and they were flipping and everything, that was clear wire work. But like it's only for
But
that
it's
specific scene.
done in a way where it's like.
It
It's
doesn't look fake.
Not that it doesn't look fake, because you kind of know
or
what's
it's
going
done
on.
in a way where it's kind of acceptable for
Right, acceptable. That's the word.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I could see that, but like I just hope they don't do it for this Netflix series for Avatar.
Where it's kind of like it's part of the art of it.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the
But
art.
what I'm really gonna look for though,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh,
wow.
You gotta remember that fucking movie.
I could not. I kept
that
thinking.
was a great movie.
You know why? I kept thinking in my head, crotch of a dragon. I'm like, that's not right. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
let's see it.
Dragon Crotch.
No, but like
Hidden Crouch. Hidden Crouch.
The hidden crotch of a dragon.
Fired.
but one of the key factors for Avatar is like when they do their their elemental moves, whether it be earth or whatever, their movement is based off a martial art style.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever's doing it, like me, like I love action flicks like that because there's like a discipline to it. So I just want to see how they're gonna use it, I just want to see how they're gonna use it in tandem with the element they're using.
I think
It's
if
easy.
all the
In the first DVD of the volumes of the Avatar, it breaks down which discipline goes with which element,
I think I remember that one.
and it's not that hard. It's 4 basic discipline. One's Northern Shaolin, the other one's Southern Shaolin, and I forgot the other.
Eastern and Western Shaolin.
No,
Gotta be that.
no. It's
But like when
not.
it comes to specific fight scenes,
Developing
like
strength.
if it comes to like one-on-one fights, I just want to see how they're gonna do that. Like obviously you could choreograph a fight scene, but if you're gonna do with elements with water, air, whatever, like I just want to see how they're gonna do that.
I think-
I don't think they're gonna have such a hard time because although the first the movie was garbage, the way that they did the element was off the chain. I thought. That,
I mean, I haven't seen.
I thought the
I haven't
effects
seen it.
was off the chain in the movie. Although the movie, like the only garbage thing was the movie was just how they hacked the story and how they changed everything. But action wise, the movie was good.
I mean, I think if it's gonna be the original showrunners, I feel like, and with this concern of the movie,
For
I
sure,
think-
they gotta appease the hardcore fans.
yeah, I think they're gonna go on and do what they need to do to make it happen the right way. And with Netflix, from what you hear is they're pretty. They let the artists do their craft and let them
Yeah.
fulfill their vision,
Yeah.
regardless of what
Unlike
it.
WB.
Yeah.
Opposite of WB. That's a good way to put it.
So we brought up Daredevil. They announced it today that Daredevil season 3 is actually going to be released October 19th.
Perfect.
So
Also, I'm liking this. Like every 2 months, there's gonna be like a new.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, Jessica Jones, and then it's like what 2-3
When is
months
Jessica
later
Jones coming back?
for their third season.
It's gonna be a while now, right?
Yeah, they just had their second season earlier.
Yeah, you're
this
right.
Year.
well, and remember, guys. I mean, this is one thing that's on here too. Let's not forget that Disney is making their own streaming service. So we'll see how long these Marvel
Movies.
shows last on Netflix.
Yeah. We might have to wind up switching to Disney.
Or you're just gonna have to have both, and maybe that's why too. They're one reason why Avatar might be good because they know they got a good fan base, and want to kind of like pony up for when the Disney
Deal.
streaming service. So speaking of this Disney streaming service, they're talking about a Loki, Scarlet Witch, Marvel heroes getting their own TV series on Disney streaming service, which I feel like at this point Disney is gonna just throw money at it, just to make sure like it gets over that hump of Netflix.
Mm.
Do you
But the characters you just mentioned, is it gonna be part of the MCU or just gonna be like an animated type deal?
From what they're talking here, nothing has been confirmed, but these are all like just talks that are being talked about. That it is gonna be live action, is gonna be the same
characters.
actors playing.
actors?
Yeah, the same
Yeah,
actors.
and that's what I'm saying. Like Disney is gonna shell
means
out
they're gonna-
whatever it needs to get you to get on the Disney streaming shows.
In that case, then like
Because that's crazy because they're gonna require a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So they're trying to.
which you
And
mentioned
again,
Loki,
I don't think
but-
they have a problem doing it if it means taking over, the Netflix territory. Which right now, what do you have? Hulu, HBO, but even HBO like has an issue right now with their streaming services because, a lot of their shows are just like, obviously the shows are on HBO, but a lot of them are just like, oh, they come on the weekends kind of
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so once the weekend is over, you binge your shows and that's it. Like, what else do they really have? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know they have movies and stuff, but so does Netflix.
I have a question. What do you think made them pick those two characters to have their own shows? Is there any reason for that? 'Cause it seems like I don't know if those characters are exactly what you would consider popular characters, right?
Yeah.
I say Loki.
Oh, Loki is
Loki-
really popular.
Loki the character.
Scarlet Witch.
Especially with the ladies.
Scarlet Witch. I
I
think
heard
is
it's a little trickster.
I think Scarlet Witch is like a growing, like her fandom is growing character.
Yeah.
I like Scarlet Witch. Don't get me wrong. I just was wondering, like, for them to jump off.
But
I
for them
think
to,
that-
but for them to
I-
mention Loki, could
That
that
might
be
be
like a
the
spoiler?
opposite of Loki. She might be the opposite of Loki. That might be why.
Yeah, Loki might be because I would if I'm thinking about it, Loki's probably the one like they want to catch your eye with, right? Like, oh, Loki's in this. Let's go watch it. And Scarlet Witch is kind of like she's young enough where like she can be in one of these shows and grow within it,
Mm-hmm.
type thing.
I can see that.
And she's
So
pleasant-
Disney's
pleasant
trying to
on the
whore
eyes.
her out.
Yeah. Exactly.
You said it.
You said it. Yeah, like even with the talks of the Disney streaming service having a live action Star Wars directed by John Favreau.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, again,
Oh, that's right. They were talking about that.
yeah. So again, like they're not holding back. Like they're gonna come out with this, with what's the saying?
Guns blazing.
Guns blazing.
That's one.
That's one of them. Or coming out the gates. But yeah, again, like it's the monster of Netflix that you're competing with. So you gotta.
Netflix is.
But then again, Disney has all the properties.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Disney shows that make Netflix what it is.
Exactly.
I mean, to be honest, the whole reason why I
Yeah.
got Netflix was because of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Only I didn't have. I canceled my Netflix subscription, and then when you told me about Daredevil, I got back on it, and then I wound up never getting off. But how long ago was it?
Daredevil, I think it was at least 3 years.
Maybe 4.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
No, I think it was 3. I remember there's like 1 year where they skipped the season. Like it took 2 years or almost 2 years for the second season of Daredevil, because you had the other shows in between,
Yeah,
Jessica
they were
Jones, Luke Cage,
coming
Luke
out.
Cage, and all that other stuff.
And Punisher and all that.
Bro, I don't know how I forgot about Punisher. I feel like he's been very forgotten when you talk about these shows.
Punisher is...
I like.
To me, Punisher was like the
I didn't like it.
the Logan of the series, bro.
It is, but I'm not gonna lie though. For me, Punisher, I don't want to say forgettable, but only because it was like he's not one of the main
Yeah.
focuses.
Yeah, he's not
When you
tied
think-
into
yeah,
the...
When you think of like Jessica Jones and you know Luke
Yeah.
Cage, Iron Fist, and this and that, but yeah, Punisher, his
Because
show
you
is
know
one
why?
of the
Because
best.
the Punisher is just human. He has a lot of artillery,
Mhm.
where the other ones actually have powers,
Mhm.
abilities. I think that's a big difference that separates.
Yeah, they...
And he, like he has his own thing going on,
Yeah.
because like I guess only because I think we all know like because of Defenders and everything, that's one reason why Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, so on and so forth, and Cameron. But like, yeah, Punisher was his own thing. I don't know if I heard correctly a while back, but they're gonna try to start something else similar to like what the Defenders, but with Punisher and other characters coming in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm
I think they said like Punisher, Ghost Rider, somebody else was in there, like at least 2 or 3 other characters, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
That would be cool. I would like... Well, they introduced Ghost Rider into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I believe.
Yeah. I think that was like a while ago.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Punisher's down on the list. You like Luke Cage too, and you put Punisher at the bottom. Like,
I don't put Punisher at the bottom. I just forgotten.
Yeah.
Because it's not tied in with the big 4.
yeah,
Yes, you could say.
and I'm just surprised because I you know,
I think
it
Lou's the
started
one
out
who said he didn't like
originally
it.
Luke Cage was like that was at the bottom, and now
I would say season 2 redeemed itself though.
yeah, it did.
It redeemed itself
did.
in season 2.
I really like season 2. I like season 1 too, but
As of
season
right
2 is
now,
much
because of season 2, I put Luke Cage above Iron Fist.
better.
Yeah.
It sounds like you like Luke. I never really heard you talk about Luke. I never heard.
Because I stopped like halfway through the season of the first. It's like,
Yeah, that's why this is the first time I heard you talk about it. And I'm like, oh, I know Lou and I spoke about it,
Mm.
but you and Andy never spoke about it. When today you were talking about it, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, we were on hiatus, so...
Yeah, we've been on, you know.
yeah.
Speaking of the Netflixes, have any of you played Witcher?
No.
Witcher
I
or The
haven't
Witcher?
played Witcher.
The Witcher, sorry.
No, I heard good things about it though.
Yeah.
I feel like The Witcher's like another one of those games where you gotta invest your time into.
Oh, that is
yeah.
one of those games you
It's
can invest your
like
time into.
we talk about Witcher, Dark Souls, like all those open world games, Morrowind, Elder Scrolls, and all those type of games. Like those are open world games you gotta
WoW.
invest.
Oh yeah.
Like invest, yeah. And which I don't mind doing, but like when there's other games coming out simultaneously, you gotta pick one, bro.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
You want to pick one that you actually got to play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he is actually gonna start. Sorry,
Who?
Henry Cavill.
They said
is-
Huey. I heard Huey.
I said he, but I realized I never said his name.
Yeah, I was like,
I
Henry
heard
Cavill is because we were talking about him before.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill is to star in Witcher series on
Shout out to Superman.
Netflix.
What does everybody feel about Superman? Henry Cavill allegedly stepping down from Superman.
No, not allegedly. He is.
Like, honestly, I could give 3 shits. Like, DC Universe is so up the fucking shitter.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I
blame
agree
him.
with that.
It doesn't
I
matter.
I
can't
can.
blame him, though.
Yeah.
But what about him though? Like his
doesn't-
character. You didn't like his character?
It doesn't matter. Like, the whole universe. They got
I feel
all,
that,
look,
yeah.
man, they got all great actors. They got fucking the lady playing Wonder Woman, beautiful as shit. Like, I can't stand her watching. I'd rather watch fucking Fast and the Furious and watch her there than watch her play Wonder Woman. Like, they got great actors. I like all those actors, just not that. Like, that DC Universe is so ill written and so ill directed and everything is so ill done that it just takes away from everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like being served a delicious ass plate, all thrown like with horrible presentation. It doesn't even make it appetizing. Like, you got the most delicious food if you don't put it right in the plate. Like, nigga,
What's unfortunate too for the actors though is like because of that now they're gonna be like
Typecasted, you think?
not typecast, but they're gonna be like known for that, you know, for being in that.
that
universe.
failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like
Again,
I feel like
Daredevil and Ben Affleck.
I feel like Gal Gadot, she's safe. As,
Yeah,
you know,
she-
as bad as the
she's-
universe is and the whole
yeah.
universe is, like her character and her movie alone I feel like she's good.
Yeah, she is good.
But for everyone else that's tied down to that bad rep, it's on their resume, bro. You can't forget that.
I think for DC, Henry Cavill was a loss. Like
that's what I'm saying. That guy, like I think he played a good Superman.
yeah,
And
like he fit the part.
Yep.
And he started basically his movie started it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie basically started it, which actually I enjoyed Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I
Like
also-
Man of Steel is
Man of Steel is good.
But
especially looking back on this crap they came out with after it.
Yeah.
Makes you
yeah,
appreciate
he had a
it even
good
more.
start, but now at least he's leaving at a time where it's like I guess you could say it's ripe.
Yeah. Well, he's had a lot of good opportunities because he was good. I don't know if y'all seen Mission Impossible.
No, but I mean
I
just
saw his mustache though.
but in the trailer for Mission Impossible, it feels like he's happy to be in that movie.
Yeah.
Whereas I just saw the last 20 minutes of Justice League,
Oh yeah.
and he looks, I don't know, everyone on there looks miserable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you feel that watching that
Yeah.
movie.
I think that's what they said though. Like just production wise, everyone was miserable back
Yeah.
over there.
You feel
yeah.
it, like you
'Cause
see it in their faces.
The amount of changes, last minute changes I have to go through, and like for him it's inconvenience because they'll pull him from Mission Impossible to
yeah.
reshoot some scenes for Justice League, and bro, like,
And then his lip looked retarded.
It did look retarded.
like just end it, you know.
just hit that reset button.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care.
Well, if they
Honestly,
don't
at this
like it, it's
point,
not good.
nobody will honestly give no fucks.
You know what? Though?
Like you could even keep going with the status quo. You just switch everybody, or like all the cast, and
I know,
people
it's-
wouldn't give a fuck. Honestly,
You know who they really need to fire?
Mm.
Those executives over there at WB, because they dropped the ball. Big time.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't do that though.
Get rid of the executives at WB.
Oh, that wasn't Warner Brothers. It was like head of
Yeah.
like DC and like
Yeah, they
from
did.
that specific side of WB.
Yeah, it's trash. You can't make decisions like that. You can't look at that script and think it's good. You can't look at that movie Justice League and think like, oh, this looks great. You can't. It looks so phony. We looked at it tonight. I swear, did it look? Am I
Well,
lying when I say it looked
maybe-
like it was standing in front of a screen?
Well, maybe it looked good on paper, but execution wise,
no, you can't.
You know?
Cut the
I don't
fuck
think
off.
so, bro.
No way. No way.
You know what? I feel deep in my heart that BVS gave them like a false, like, sure, go ahead, do whatever you want.
I never thought I would have said
Because,
BVS is better than
mind you,
Justice
BVS made money.
League. Yeah.
So they were like,
but it was
fuck
because it was BVS. You know, everybody
Right, the name-
expected.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
Right.
the
they're
title
running a
itself
pure
sells
name.
the movie.
Yep.
How do we,
And then we
oh,
were just
it's
coming
not.
out of fucking the Dark Knight.
I was just about to
you
say
know,
that. This comes back to like episode 2.
can't.
This comes back to episode 2.
Well, I'm sorry because when you
I
look
know.
at BVS now, you look at Justice League, and you look the way it was shot. It just looks better than Justice League. It does. It looks more real, and like there's stuff that I like in BVS. That
I feel like BVS had a consistent look to it.
yeah, it didn't look reddish.
That was funny how it had to take one other horrible DC movie to come back and praise BVS for what it's
For
been
real.
after shitting on it for how long now?
That's so bad.
Like, if
That's
you have to
so
go
bad.
back and praise that
Yeah,
based off like the future, oh my
For
goodness,
the
bro.
record, I mean that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Guys, that's not
And
a-
let's keep in mind, there's still 2 Joker movies in the works.
2?
Both of them not connected to each other. Yeah. One of them with Joaquin Phoenix, the other one with
It just feels at this point that they're just throwing shit out there.
yeah.
Is it one with
Like-
DiCaprio?
Huh?
Is it one with DiCaprio?
No,
No.
no. They chose Joaquin Phoenix. They were thinking of him, but then I
I've
guess
seen screenshots of it. I like of him.
Yeah, I think they actually released it today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it him-
Joaquin Phoenix looks like
Again, it could be a good movie. I don't know, but why are you still making the other Joker movie? What, like, how are you
Oh,
gonna?
he's like Jared Leto.
The Jared Leto's still in the works,
Are you
supposedly.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So this is not gonna be connected at all. Whatever. Like, it's just like let's get some continuity here, bro. Like, what are we even making anymore?
They're probably just trying to make money.
That's it. That's all. I mean, and again, not to
That's
say
about
that
making
Marvel
money, yeah.
is not trying to make money either. Like,
I mean, they can make money. Warner Brothers can make money, but why do they have to do it at the expense of DC?
Yeah.
Because like right now, they're not doing DC justice, so they just stop
No
make
pun- no
find
pun
make money.
intended.
I see what you did there.
They gotta make money using own originality or something else, but don't use DC as your scapegoat right now. Because again, it's like not helping.
It's just
them at all.
it's they're trying to ride that superhero.
Yeah, I heard Ben Affleck
Crazy.
had a script and people loved his script. They said it was good. And they should have gone with that one rather than the crap they went with.
I feel like
I think it would have been better.
If they want to do DC movies, use the characters that don't require any special CGI superpowers or anything. Use grounded ones. For example, Batman was a perfect example. Use something you could do like a Robin movie. The way Dark Knight ended with him with Robin and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. If they want, use his character, like use a character from there, or if you want to reboot a fucking Catwoman.
But that's the thing that DC, like I've said it and I said it before, like Marvel figured out that they don't have to make superhero movies. They just have to make movies with superheroes in it. DC still wants to make superhero movies.
Well, they need to go by the comic books because their stories are crap. So they just need to follow the comics if they can't come up with a good story.
But again, I just feel like right now they can't even handle, they can't even handle the major players of like the major characters of DC. Let them use side grounded characters. Yeah. For example, like how it is with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and this and that. Yeah. They're like characters that are like no one really knew about, but they're so grounded that it made it work. So DC should do something like that. I always felt like I felt more relatable to DC than Marvel because there is more grounded on there.
Not anymore.
I'm just like.
By the way, Jessica Jones and all those Marvel shows are all better than the Batman and all that stuff. They're much better. Not even a comparison.
Now, when you say better. Batman, you're talking about like
not Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Okay.
And but all the other ones, I'm speaking about the Christopher Nolan. Because post Christopher Nolan, because that's when it went downhill.
Yeah, I'm saying like even like the Marvel characters on Netflix, they have superpowers, but still grounded. Yeah. Like nothing too eccentric out there. Yeah. Iron Fist probably is the most eccentric one out there, but like they still find a way to keep it grounded.
Yeah, he's definitely grounded.
Luke Cage, his superpowers like, bro, basically invincible, but they use like where he's grown up and all that other stuff as ways, keep yourself grounded.
Yeah, he's definitely grounded. All those shows. Exactly. I didn't think Daredevil was grounded.
Exactly. Like he's just a dude wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Just with a good fight.
Yeah, bro.
With a good fighting skill. That's about it.
Vigilante.
Exactly. The only thing is like
just like Batman, but
Logan.
Yeah.
Speaking of these superhero movies, Captain Marvel's finally we get a trailer. Are we excited for this? Yes or no?
I can't say. I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it? Oh my god!
Like I've seen it come across like my screen several times, but I never like really clicked it.
So, do you plan on watching it or no?
Yeah, of course I plan on watching it.
I don't know. Maybe you can. I think I'm gonna try to also not watch any more trailers like that. I watched this trailer and that's it. I'm not gonna watch anymore.
Oh fuck! I'm watching anything.
Oh, I know you are.
That shit looks hard.
I like the second one. I actually didn't like the first one. The first one looked empty. It was like nothing.
There's a teaser.
Yeah, but the second one where you actually see the Kree and everybody.
Was the actual trailer.
Yeah. No, there was another one that they had the same thing when she fell in Blockbuster, but it just was empty. And then when I saw the soldiers, it made it look better.
Like the store Blockbuster.
Spoiler alert.
Wow, you might need to watch it.
I haven't watched it yet.
But yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? Like, just so I have an idea.
It's good.
Just scaling wise.
It's good. Moving on.
Okay. That's a good scale.
I think it's good. I'm excited for it.
I think it'll work.
It's funny because like Captain Marvel the trailer came out, but the only trailer I've seen, because since I got no cable, I'm just using YouTube on my TV now. The advertisement for Supergirl season 3 coming out for Blu-ray is the only thing that keeps popping up, and that's so reminiscent of Captain Marvel because I'm not sure which one came first, but one of them stole each other.
You think so?
Yeah, because their both names are Kara Danvers. They have the exact same names.
They do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You sure?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. They would do that all the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters.
No, but I never seen any two more alike than those two. Same superpowers, same everything.
Deathstroke and Deadpool.
Yeah. And Deadpool, yeah.
I mean, the only difference is like Deadpool.
I think their names are pretty similar too.
Wade Wilson and
Slade Wilson.
Yeah. I'm saying like I feel like.
But those are actually the same name.
Yeah, I'm saying they're actually the same names.
I didn't know they had the same.
They're both Danvers. That's why when I heard the name, I'm like, Super.
Danvers. Damn you, Danvers.
But yeah, that's what we're looking forward to in 2019.
How soon?
then
2019? You've been
March.
blessed. I could bless you so many times, bro.
There's
Stop.
only so many blessings. All right, bring in the Pope.
Be careful, Lou. I've heard stories about these guys.
Ain't your uncle a pope?
If he touches you anywhere, you let me know.
Disney CEO confirms that Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige is taking over the X-Men franchise.
I'm sorry. One is Carol Danvers, the other one is Carol Danvers. Pretty
Carl
much the same thing.
and Carol.
Carol and
Girl.
Yeah, did you really say Cal and Carl?
Yeah.
No way.
I didn't say that. No, one is Cara Danvers,
Oh,
the other one
Cara.
is Carol Danvers.
Jesus, that's horrible. They could have called them a different name.
Girl!
They did it on purpose. A lot of times, like the writers and artists would go back and forth, and it's not like they were like they had like a bad relationship. They were kind of like poke fun of each other and shit.
Oh, girl.
Girl.
Since we're bringing up
I said
Walking
Coral.
real quick, since we're talking about Walking Dead right now,
No, I haven't kept up. I stopped already.
bro, I'm
I stopped.
completely done. Like, does anyone watch this show anymore?
No, I probably saw like the first 2 episodes of the season
Where
after
are
they killed
they at
Glenn.
anyway? Like, where are they?
Wow, that's crazy.
They're still in Georgia, bro.
That show,
Eight season still in Georgia. They never left.
Gangbusters.
It's crazy because at one point that was like
Everybody was talking about it.
literally everybody
Yeah.
was watching that
A
show.
lot of actors came out of that, which I don't know who they are, but they were like, oh, he was in what was it called?
Walking Fred.
Walking Dead.
I thought he was about to repeat it too.
Good
Yeah.
Good one, Lou.
Yeah, I used to be like, yo, Walking Dead was the shit, bro.
Then just disappeared.
But it was like so alternative. Like when Walking Dead ended, Game of Thrones came on. So you had like
Yeah.
that full year
Yeah.
of like just straight
Oh,
awesome
yeah.
shit and everything.
No, and not only that, it was at one point it was Walking Dead, Dexter, Game of Thrones, and what's that other one? Shameless.
I was shameless.
Yeah, Shameless is actually pretty good.
Shameless
Yeah.
is good. I'm still watching it. I still don't finish it.
She's leading though.
Yeah, she's a great actress, bro.
She
Like
really is.
I think she held that show together.
She did, man.
So, they have here talks about 20th Century Fox. Iger explaining that the plans going forward for the 20th Century Fox for Fox properties, including X-Men and Fantastic Four, that Marvel would absorb X-Men franchise and Feige would be overseeing it. So
Marvel
I mean,
should, not Marvel. Disney should just absorb every.
that was when Justice League finished. They should absorb everything, the world.
No, they just just absorb.
Erectile dysfunction.
This episode of the Spooncast is brought to you by. What are the names of?
Carol Dale.
I know you know them.
Carol Danvers. Cialis.
Cialis.
Keeps you hard for 36 hours.
All right. Well, we need to give the thing some hiatus.
So yeah,
Back
this
up, guys.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Disney should just absorb like
Yeah.
everything Marvel wise right now.
Yeah, I was
Right?
thinking that too.
Because nothing.
Because Fox is messing it up. Yeah, but I think they definitely should take over and
Yeah.
try to steer back. I wonder if he said he was taking over. I know Iger said he was over. I mean, Feige said he was overseeing everything. So hopefully they can.
or that's the plans going forward.
Yeah, hopefully Dark Phoenix comes out good.
You know, I
Well,
saw, like-
that's already done.
I saw like
Yeah, they pushed it to it was coming out in November, and then they pushed it back to like February or
was it
something.
Dark Phoenix?
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought it was supposed to come out in October.
What?
They're not gonna scrap it though.
I don't think so. No, there's too much money already invested into it. Might as well just release it. I can't with you.
It's not my fault, bro. I think it's shy. 'cause I
So
keep
they
looking at it.
so they asked them if Deadpool could become an Avenger. and Kevin's. He replies that Kevin's got a lot of ideas. I'm not suggesting that one of them, but who knows?
I mean, that doesn't help.
Iger also addressed how they
That's
plan
such a
to
political
integrate
answer, bro.
other new talent coming over from 20th Century Fox. Hopefully, his response is,
Yes.
I like it.
"We're going to take the best people from the both companies, and that's who's going to basically be on the playing field for us." So that kind of feels like they're saying like, "We'll see who we keep."
There might be a couple guys, but we're gonna get rid of the rest of them.
There's like poaching some of the characters.
I don't know.
He's like,
That's
and we'll
it.
just take Logan.
That's it.
I bring him back from the dead.
We'll bring it. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that claw through the Avengers sign?
No.
I mean, it should be on there. Like they just.
Yeah, it was.
But that'd be like so fucking epic. You know what they should do? Like, I know it's hard to keep surprises nowadays, especially like from big movie shits like that. But like, if they were to bring like, for example, Logan into Avengers, bro.
At the end of
No. Not even at a fucking end credit. Like actually in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Yes,
Just
I
like
mean-
just scratch him off the credits.
And knowing-
listed, scratch him like no photos. Like, bro, just like
He
have him
just shows
shoot
up.
his own scene. Exactly, just show up.
And knowing Disney, the song they would pick would be "Da-na-na-na-na-na-na,
Well,
da-na-na-na-na-na-na," and that's it. You're done.
Bro,
You have everybody.
Guaranteed, bro. And the thing is, they shouldn't even do early showings for it either. Like, to watch it the first day, bro, it could be screaming in the theater. Like, I could see that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
if
you
you have
see-
like an early screening, of course it's gonna be spoiled.
The way he comes in is just that last scene with Thanos, and you just see claws come out of him. That's it.
Oh, bro,
Sorry,
that'd be
bro.
so epic.
Sorry, bub.
That'd be crazy as fuck. I
Since
want
we're-
it to happen. Sign a petition.
You were saying that they should have.
So who should they get to play Wolverine?
Me.
Copy. Done deal.
You heard it here first, people.
Get Bob Iger on the phone.
No, it has to be Hugh Jackman. It has to be Hugh
You
Jackman.
think
Just,
so?
I think they're gonna do one more like with Hugh Jackman, like a little bit, and then
No,
it'll
I
come
think they
off.
should find somebody that looks like somebody. I mean,
No.
he's not. The
No,
only
I don't
person
think.
that
So. I don't
looks
think they
like
would do
him.
that.
No, but I
I
feel
think
like
they should find somebody else that looks like Logan. He's not the only one that looks like fucking Wolverine. Find another Wolverine lookalike, like a whole new person. It's not even an actor, just a whole brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like this. Like he looks like the Weeknd, and we thought the Weeknd was the only one that looks like him. But look,
But they also got J. Cole. You know?
yeah, Jake. Yeah, you're right. It's J. Cole. It's Weeknd.
I mean, if it's one thing that MCU, Disney, Marvel has done, is casting.
yeah,
Like,
I'm not concerned with their casting.
yeah.
They don't mess up like some other people. Actually, I'm not even. Actually, WB does a good job of casting. It's the other crap that they mess
It's
up. Well,
the
not
writing.
all their casting, because I don't like that Flash guy.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ezra Miller. Yeah, he's. Nah.
You were talking about absorbing everything Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
but there is one thing that is Marvel that's not going to be absorbed with this, which is technically Spider-Man or the Spider-Man universe is still owned by Sony, thus Venom coming out this
It's just
October.
totally separate.
Yeah.
His own entity.
So I don't know.
They just-
Me
they
and
just
part of
last
the people over here
Airbender
were talking
Venom.
about it, and we kind of have the same.
So
feel
let's
about it.
say Venom and Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man were to like do an interaction. It would still be Tom Holland Spider-Man.
It depends. Like, I feel like Sony is kind of trying to make Venom,
The Spider-Man.
and I think they're trying to be like, all right, if we can make Venom work, let's bring MCU Spider-Man into this, and I think they might allow it if it was good, but I don't feel like it's going to be good.
It's not gonna be good. It looks like trash.
I feel like there's a deal somewhere that said if we make a Venom movie and it makes money, that they merge those universes together. I feel like that could be. I feel like that's something that was on the
I don't
table
think
just
they-
because of the timing that it came out. Like they're trying to. Like, why not just wait, or why not just be like, hey, and see what happens with, the Spider-Man MCU, and then bring in Venom that way. I mean, Sony still has the rights to it.
It's soon as Marvel took it back, it instantly got better.
Yeah.
Homecoming is way better than all of the crap they put out. So, but Venom doesn't.
I'll probably end up, most likely, if not, I'll probably end up watching Venom. Only because I got a whole
I
bunch of
probably
friends.
will too.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of friends that want to go see it. I'll just go just to watch it with them.
You're gonna watch them watch the movie.
Pretty much. I'm gonna just overwatch.
Drink the lemonade.
Meow. Mockumentary. All right. Another thing that they were talking about in the Disney CEOs were that maybe they were making too many Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And
Let them know, Lou.
I think so.
Let them know, Lou.
that
I think you were right.
that it was a bit too much to make a Star Wars movie every year. So here's the thing: I feel like they're gonna cut down on it, on the movies, but they're gonna double down on the Disney streaming service,
You might
which
be right.
I feel like is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know,
They have
I more
think they have
right.
more time to create something better.
Yeah, I'd say let's use Star Wars and bring it into, different.
I feel like the side stories should be on the streaming. You know,
Yeah.
like Rogue
Yeah,
One
that's what
and
I
stuff
mean.
Like that.
Yeah. And Han Solo or whatever.
Yeah, like I could see those movies being on a Disney on their Disney thing, but as a side story, kind of like how Netflix does their own thing. You know.
Exactly, bro. Like, can you imagine like Han Solo being a series? Like that would make so much more sense.
Yeah, it'd be better. They could take time and go into detail about everything.
Yeah.
And not rush.
I don't know
it
what should it be a series though, because eventually it's gonna have to end, and that's gonna culminate into the movie.
Yeah,
But
So I
there's
just feel like-
there's a
But,
whole
I mean-
backstory behind him though.
Yeah, but
And even if you kill him, you can go into what's her name's character.
hmm I mean, it doesn't have to be like
I feel
continuing season, but even if you make one season of it, it's
Yeah.
better than just pick and choosing the adventures he went on, and
I don't know. I just feel like they just keep it as a movie, because if you're gonna do one season, it's expected to do like several.
No, I
Obviously-
mean, I don't think they're gonna do it. I feel like I would have preferred Han Solo movie to have been a series, and
Yeah.
that's it.
On a streaming service or something.
Because for me, I see it like so you know how the movie Prometheus is supposed to be like a prequel to Alien,
Yeah.
but they keep making
They
sequels
keep
to
making
Prometheus.
prequels to prequels.
Yeah.
So like the sequel to the prequel would be the original movie. Like the sequel to
Right.
Prometheus would be Alien, basically.
Right.
But yeah, they come out with a sequel to a prequel.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt like. That's why I
Did
just
anybody watch that movie, by the way?
I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Well,
Yeah,
watched
I
it with
also
Danny
watched-
McBride. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I was like, what'd you think?
It's okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
But the second one, Covenant, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah, I think it was called that. I was like, it's gonna be another part, by the way. Yeah,
Is it a prequel or a sequel?
it's gonna be another prequel to the
It's a
prequel.
squeak.
Oh my god!
Whatever
How-
the sequel is,
how
it's
far
still a
back can they
prequel.
go?
It's a trequel.
How far back can they go?
I don't know, bro, but whatever the sequel is, it's still a prequel.
So who started it all?
Me.
It goes to the first Prometheus movie.
Real quick, Spider-Man video game, PS4.
It's good.
It's good.
It's great. It's good. It's good.
It's
good.
great.
Yeah, I give it an 8.75.
If Uncle Ben were alive, he would approve of it.
You approve.
Oh, I also like how
What do you rate it, Lou?
Me?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good,
I also like how they put Stanley in the game too.
Yeah.
bro. First of all, that's a spoiler alert.
He's in it like a few times, not just once.
But just the one time I seen, I'm
Second
glad
of all,
I
that's a
just-
spoiler alert.
That is well.
Look for him without a
Spoiler
mustache.
alert, right here. Spoiler alert.
But yeah, that was really. I jumped out of my seat when I
Like,
saw
I
it.
really enjoyed. I wasn't expecting. I enjoyed it.
Why? What do you mean? If you, what do you mean you weren't expecting it? He's in.
No,
every
you
game.
weren't.
What?
It's just-
Stan Lee. I knew he was gonna be there, and I didn't know he was gonna be there. Like
I'm sure he was gonna be referenced, but I don't think he was gonna be like
No,
the
bro,
actual
he-
character.
Bro, it's just the way he was introduced was like it was a movie,
yeah.
you know, and
That's
like
Stan
it
Lee,
was
bro.
just so out of left field.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
It was out of left
He
field.
said one of the contracts says if Marvel's name is in there till the day after he dies,
Don't say that. Don't bring that evil.
that he's gonna be in it.
If he dies tomorrow, I swear to God.
He was in the other Spider-Man games too.
Yeah, I'm sure he was, but it wasn't this Spider-Man game. Can we? First of all, I'm gonna say this. This is the best Spider-Man game.
It is.
And that's that.
Nobody was.
That's
arguing
real quick.
That.
That's real quick.
Nobody was arguing that.
This isn't quick, guys. This is opposite of quick.
This is the best Superman, or I mean Batman.
Spider-Man.
Game. Oh, never mind. I couldn't tell the difference.
No, but I will say though that is just like the Arkham Asylum games.
Yeah.
Like combat wise and everything. I really enjoyed it.
Yes. Speaking of PlayStation Classic will be released. What did I just say?
We'll be molested.
What did I just say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It's literally 11:50 right now, so it will be released
PM Eastern time.
in December. December what? I forgot.
Did it come out with a day? I know. It's already December. December 2nd.
December, your uncle.
Whatever Tuesday or Friday falls on, because that's when
December 3rd. December 3rd.
I was close.
So yeah, this is basically kind of like the classic, NES or the classic SNES. Basically a small version of the PS. What I guess they call it now the One. Is it?
Yeah, it's always been called the One.
No.
Okay.
No, just OGPS.
It's been PlayStation 1.
It was
OGPS.
called the PlayStation. It only became the PlayStation 1 when they
PlayStation 2
re-released
came out.
the PlayStation.
It only came out the one when the 2 came out. You're right.
That is true.
You're fucking right.
But no, you know how they came out with a remastered version of it,
Sure.
like a slim version of it, and then that's when they called it the PS1 for the first time, officially. So, anyways, this is a PlayStation Classic coming with 20 games. It's gonna cost $100.
Doddles?
Doll hair.
I heard Doddles. Doddle. There's gonna be a lot of dawdling once in the line, bro.
Two controllers.
Two of them.
Replicas of the original controllers. Hopefully they'll make the same mistake that the NES did, and they make those cables nice and long. HDMI port. The power button works. Reset button works. The disc button resets the games. I think it is. It doesn't actually open.
It should.
Yeah.
It should.
For what?
For nostalgic purposes.
No.
When's the last time you opened a CD player?
For dust to get in.
Like you just open, just have like I don't know, like PlayStation characters or like a little design. Have like a little.
A fungal?
Yeah, pop Funko.
Crash Bandicoot pops up.
And that's why Dwayne doesn't design shit.
That's why Dwayne doesn't work for.
Anything to design shit.
So the console.
Whatever.
Right now.
It's like, I want to build this car. I want to hoard here.
It's the idea that counts.
It's like
There's nothing more sad than
It's like the car that
someone with no
Homer Simpson
vision.
designed.
I want a cup holder here.
So it's gonna come with 20 games. Right now, the only games that have been confirmed is Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, and Ridge Racer Type 4. Ridge Racer.
The only good game there is
Ridge Racer? From
Ridge
back in the
Fantasy.
day?
Ridge Racer.
Wow, man.
Type 4.
Dang it.
Sony says it will provide more details about the console close to its launch. So I don't know. Real quick, what games would you want to see on there?
Cool Borders would be nice.
Tony Hawk.
Oh yes,
Tony Hawk, yeah.
That's a classic.
What else?
I really didn't think y'all were gonna.
Twisted Metals.
Tony Hawk.
Twisted Metals is gonna have to be in there for sure.
Especially 2. 2 is my favorite.
Was it on the PS?
Tomb Raider, yeah. Tomb Raider. Jet Moto.
I'm pretty sure Tomb Raider is gonna be in it.
You think so?
I could see it being in it.
Why wouldn't it be? It's like the staple. It's like
Gran Turismo?
Gran Turismo. I don't think it should be.
That was one of the staples back in the days.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo was like
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
AKA Honda Civic. if you're Puerto Rican and you own that game, the only car you're allowed to use
Yeah,
was the
the
Honda
Honda
The
Civic.
Honda Civic, yeah. They even had you can get a little decal for it
Yeah.
with a Puerto Rican flag. So yeah, December 3rd, $100, save up. You can actually pre-order it now. I
Actually
did
local.
for sure. Did see it at Best Buy online. You can pre-order at GameStop.
Of course.
Amazon, they say, I checked, I couldn't find it, but maybe it is up now, but I checked yesterday. Walmart supposedly too. So definitely make sure you pre-order. I feel like right now it's not much of hype for it, but I'm sure once holiday season comes around, you're gonna be able to find it.
Given like how these classics have been
I'll
selling
probably
a
get
lot
a
lately.
PlayStation. Probably, I know around the holidays I'm gonna get a PlayStation.
Oh, his first PlayStation
I
is
can
gonna be the
see the
PS1.
PlayStation's like selling. I'm sure they're gonna drop prices.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna be forcing it one just because it's gonna be such a good deal.
Then you got party people with a PS4 on the bottom. Then you got the PS
Yeah,
Classic
I'm gonna
right on
put it out-
top.
I'm gonna put it out here. I was thinking about it. I'm gonna put it out here. You can put your apps and everything on it too, right?
What?
Like your apps, like like Netflix and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just buy one and put it out here.
Last topic. PlayStation Now, the service,
Meow.
now offers game downloads. So, party people, if you do not know, PlayStation has a service. It's called the Sony PlayStation Now streaming service, which is kind of like
The
let's say
service that streams.
it's Netflix for games, right?
Okay.
So you subscribe to the service. It's a monthly fee, I believe, and you can play games current or old, and it's basically streaming. Like you don't download the game or anything. You just press
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
play and it starts playing. Now apparently,
to buy games anymore.
yeah. Now apparently they're allowing to let you download the game onto your system, and it's basically gonna be kind of like. So they're gonna it downloads your system, and every now and then it still needs an internet connection because every now and then it checks to see your subscription service is still valid. To let you play a game. It's kind of like I'm guessing like when you do like a.
It's kind of like a Netflix. You just did.
Yeah, but it's kind of like when you do like add movies or add games to your playlist on.
Or like to your libraries.
Yeah, to your library.
For like a free PSN game.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it's gonna have that vibe. So right now, they're saying they're gonna have a special of $100 a year for this service. Yeah.
That's the only deal they have.
PlayStation Now is currently being offered at a discounted $9.99 a month, or $99 a year. And it offers more than 600 games, including Bloodborne, Red Dead Redemption, Last of Us.
So you're saving $20.
Yeah. The addition of games download comes as Microsoft continues to improve its Games Pass subscription service, which recently did add actual console to bundle subscription packages. Sony says the downloads will be running out in the next couple of days. So if you got that service, now you can download games.
Yeah, I mean, when I get one, I'm definitely gonna hop on. I'm gonna be interested to see what everybody plays all the time.
The day you get it, we're gonna have to make a list for you.
Heard.
This could be made right now. We'll just keep adding
We
on.
could. You're gonna have to take some time off of work. We'll find people to cover you, so you can just play 24/7.
I will say that.
We just recommend them just top 3 games, like one open world, one shooter, the other one is adventure or whatever.
How?
What you mean?
How do you even come up with that list?
Yeah, because so many good games.
You just do.
You can't. Like we would get into fist fights.
Not really, because you just put it in PlayStation exclusives.
Open world game. Which one?
For PlayStation exclusives? It has to be only PlayStation exclusive. 'Cause if
No.
you could get on Xbox,
Do you know how many PlayStation exclusives are open world and that's
Horizon.
That's exactly
But
what
I'm
PlayStation does.
but I'm-
PlayStation invented adventure games. That's what PlayStation was made for. Everybody was making like every other kind of sports. Like Xbox is for sports and first-person shooters. That's what they were known for.
Yeah.
PlayStation is known for adventures and open worlds. Like so, it's like literally saying, "Give me a jelly bean of a color." Like.
but yeah,
Which color?
you can't give him all 3 because then he gets, bro, like those open world games, you have to invest time. So
You do.
I definitely could.
For PlayStation 1, there's no. Are you talking for PlayStation in general when he gets the 4? Oh, what?
when he gets the 4.
Oh, you're just gonna have to chip at it, homie.
Yeah.
Chip at it.
I guess just put
Take a
Spider-Man on
game
top of
and
your list
play.
for now. Yeah, like right now, Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man.
Does it look the way it does on the commercial?
Yeah.
God of War.
It does.
Horizon.
Also, but like Spider-Man is it's open world, but it's not overwhelming like would be for other.
Uncharted.
You know, honestly, I don't think you should even dive too deep into any game. Just pick a game and play it for the fuck of it.
Uncharted. I know you've been waiting to play Uncharted.
You're getting the PlayStation 4 at its tail end. You know what I'm saying? So it's honestly, you're not gonna catch up with all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I've had PlayStation since day one, and I've got every single game this good that came out, and I'm barely making it to the next game. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. So I say just pick up where you at. Don't even worry about what the fuck's out there. And if you really, really, really want to play a game, we probably got it. So just borrow it.
Yeah.
Word.
With that being said, that's all the time we have for you today. Remember that you can find us on IG at spoon_fools and now on SoundCloud, Google Play, and iTunes. Thanks for listening, and as always, please like,
Share.
subscribe.
Happy birthday.
Bye. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dwayne. Happy birthday to you.
I appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate the love.
I know we say this every time, but I think that was the best Spooncast to date.
Debatable.
What?
I said debatable.
He said it's not up for debate. It's not open for debate.
Debate closed. The best.